Hello everybody, Matt from Just Stack It here. And today I'm going to do a different kind of video. So, Grandpa had some coins, or maybe Grandma, or somebody had some coins. There was a tragedy in the family, somebody passed away, and then the family discovers some things like are laid out on the table here. Now, you're already emotional. There are other things going on in your head. Maybe you deal with this right away. Maybe you wait some time. But too often, people make huge mistakes when dealing with a loved one's coin collection. And predominantly, I feel like this is changing today, but in the past, most people collected or stacked precious metals in silence. They didn't really talk about it that much. You don't want to publicize that you have things of value out there to, public knowledge. But the important part here is to tell somebody, make sure somebody knows, generally what you have and that it is worth something. It may not be readily apparent. You may have things like these foreign coins here. These are Canadian commemoratives. And you may see those, and there's a little bit of a giveaway there. They're in these really nice boxes, but, and they do have silver in them, but you might be disappointed in what they're actually worth. Some things are worth more than others. These have value. It's just not astronomical. Things like these up here, graded dimes and things of that nature, that's a little easier because it's in a slab. You can tell it's kind of special. Somebody took the effort to get that encapsulated, and in these cases graded. You can look at this Morgan dollar and think, okay, yeah, that's definitely worth something. But when it comes to things even like coal, Morgans, and peace dollars, like these here that I've put in these cases, somebody may not know. I mean, yes, it's old, but they may not know that that's silver. They may just take it to a shop and just offload it. Or, absolute worst case scenario, and I actually know some people that have done similar things to this, and I cringe, taking it and putting it in the bank for face value. So if you're new to collecting or numismatics, there's a value of something, and then there's the face value, such as these pennies in front of me here have obviously a face value of 1 cent. But these here are some that I picked up last week, I want to say, and there's some more key date wheat pennies. They're probably worth at minimum 10 cents each. I've not gotten through them all, but they're harder to find. This here I want to showcase, and this is what prompted the video for me. I was doing a coin roll hunt through a box of pennies with my son's mother, who happened to be over hanging out, and I talked to her a bit. I said, yeah, why don't you go ahead and bust a couple rolls open? I was doing whatever, and she starts telling me she's finding a bunch, and I know I've maybe found 10, maybe 15 in a box before, a whole box of $25 worth of pennies. So when she's telling me she has found 10 or 15 in a roll, things click in my head, and I'm thinking, oh, okay, she's looking at something wrong. She's getting confused. I'll go over in a minute and I'll kind of not set her straight, but check all the situation. No, I went over and I was astounded. She was legitimately finding 10 to 15 wheat pennies in each roll. And so I sat down and we went through the box together. We got through the box. It was somewhere north of 140. There were a couple extras that we set to the side, early dates, like 1920, I think might have been one of the earliest ones that we found. But I couldn't help but think, looking at that box, I have a good feeling what happened. Somebody, somewhere, took coins that were in flips like these, or even just somebody's collection, and put them back in circulation, not realizing, that no, they're not gonna make you rich. They're not gonna cash in maybe for thousands of dollars a penny, but they do have a value. They are much harder to find, and I dare say I will probably never find another box with that many wheat pennies in it, maybe in my lifetime. And it was just astounding. Now, this is what's left after I filled a couple of books and things, and filled in some open spots in some of the books that I had. But it was just amazing to me. So things like these 90% half dollars. You see a Walking Liberty half dollar, and it looks old, it looks special, that kind of clues people in. But things like these, not the Merc there in front, but the Rosies, most people don't know and don't differentiate, especially if they're not into coin collecting. Or these quarters. Those just look like every quarter they've ever saw before, and it doesn't seem like anything special. They don't know what they're looking for. So try to hopefully make an informed decision. Take your stuff to, I would say, at least one place, maybe even two, to get a second opinion, because you never know. There are unscrupulous people out there. You may get a really low ball offer on the first place that you stop. So take your time, because somebody took their time to amass a collection of coins, silver, whatever it was that they were collecting. And I feel it's only right to try to foster that in a way that would honor the person who spent sometimes decades of their lives amassing a collection. So try to make an informed decision. That's a lot easier nowadays that we have the internet and other tools at our disposal. But it just astounds me that people still, relatives and family members, still cash in things like these for face value. And even odd stuff. Maybe they have some weird things like these foreign coins, and all of these here are foreign coins. A big key for you is if they're going to be in these little cellophane flips, stapled up, maybe even labeled, that means there's something. They're not trash. Even if they're sitting out in the open, but they're in a collection, they're probably worth something. So check it out. Do your research before you get rid of a loved one's coin collection. Get a couple of opinions. Talk to some experts. See what you really have before you throw stuff back into circulation. I know myself and many other coin collectors, we love to get boxes with silver and things in it, but when things like this happen, right, it's great, but it's just so sad, because that somebody most likely threw somebody's coin collection at a bank teller for face value, so they got a couple of bucks out of this, which is good for me, but very sad for the memory of the person who spent all that time collecting those coins. All right, guys, that's it for me today. I want to know what your thoughts are. How many times have you heard that somebody cashed in a coin collection at the bank? I know myself, it's at least 3 times that I am privy to, of people just in my direct circles, and it just, it's so upsetting to hear. All right, thank you guys. I appreciate your time and attention. Be good to people, and I will catch you in the next one.